This is a saltwater aquarium filled with vibrant tropical fish, stunning corals, and fascinating invertebrates. Aquariums are truly amazing. They bring the incredible diversity of marine life right into your home. And today, I'm taking on an exciting project. I'm building a saltwater reef in the middle of the living room. And it starts right now with remodeling this tank stand. This tank stand needs to be white to match the house decor. So our first stop of the day is our local hardware store to get the supplies.
For any painting excursion, you're gonna need a brush, all right? So that's first on the agenda. 2 brushes, because Tori's helping me.
At the hardware store, we gathered all our supplies. Paint brushes, paint trays, sandpaper, and of course, the paint itself. With everything ready, it was time to get to work. We started by sanding down the tank stand. Once she was smooth, we moved on to painting. Let me just say, this took way longer than I thought. I was pleasantly surprised with how good the tank stand looked. Moving this tank onto the stand was actually pretty difficult. And I'm not gonna lie, once we put the tank on the stand, it sounded like it was cracking. With this tank full of water, it's gonna weigh right about 1,000 pounds. So hopefully this tank stand's okay and this thing doesn't come crashing down in the middle of the night. With the tank stand complete, it was time to go shopping for some rock. We have made it to the rock place where we're gonna be getting some rock for the aquarium. Right here, they have just an absolute mound of rock, 2 of them actually. And the goal here is to find some pieces that are primarily white. Like this one right here is an absolute beaut. That is a gem. It's got nice holes in there for the fish to swim in and around. So that is a perfect piece. Something like this is a little bit too yellow for my liking. So this is definitely not something that I want to add inside. Now when picking out rock, there's one key thing to keep in mind, and that is the actual rock structure that you have plans on building. So if the rock is super round, it's not a very easy piece to build with. Now something like this is an absolute beaut of a specimen. You can lay a rock right inside of here and very easily be able to build a nice looking rock structure. Not only do you need to keep in mind the actual rock structure that you're building, but you also need to keep in mind that rock is very expensive. You pay by the pound, so something like this could cost nearly $30. And we definitely have a budget on how much we can spend for rocks. Oh my God. Oh yeah, big Betsy. Holy cow. That's a big rock. That's a good base rock. You put that one on the bottom like that, and you can build up. Now the tank, as you all know, is in the living room. There's no background on it, so you're gonna be able to see straight through the aquarium. So any flaws at all in this tank is easily gonna be able to be picked out. Any bit of algae, any flaw in the rock structure, you're gonna be able to tell. So this needs to be literally tip-top shape, perfect. This is a big rock. We don't need to get too many of these because this rock right here is probably about 50 bucks. Rock plays a crucial role in a saltwater aquarium, so this might be the most important thing that we buy today. Not only does it give the fish and invertebrates a place to hide, it also hosts beneficial bacteria for filtering waste. So let's be sure we pick out some nice pieces so we love this rock structure. Not only did I leave there with a bunch of rock, the guys even gave me some peanut butter cups, baby. Lovely. Let me just go ahead and say, yes, I did get a haircut. I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering. I've had long hair my whole entire life, or at least for the last like 8 years. I've had long hair. Before I had it like, not this short, but holy cow, is this a game changer for me? I think I might go shorter. Buzz it. Get it off. I'm tired of dealing with long hair. All right, we got a huge step coming up. We got to build an awesome rock structure without shattering the aquarium. I've almost done it 2 times. Now that we had gotten all the rock that we needed, it was time for a very crucial step. We have to rinse all of this rock here. The reason why rinsing all this rock is so important is because if you actually come here and you rub your hand on this, it's quite powdery, and that will actually cloud the water up so much. So to help speed up the clearing process, I'm gonna rinse it all down so this water will be crystal clear much quicker. Oh, and I forgot to mention, all the rock that I bought is completely dead. So to help these rocks come to life, I'm gonna be heading to the fish store later in today's video to pick out some fish. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna completely roast me in the comments for this, but it is 68 degrees here in South Florida, and I am freaking freezing. When I was rinsing those rocks, my hands literally feel freaking numb right now. Comment down below how cold it is near you. Alrighty, we got all of the rock rinsed, so it's time to start thinking about how we're gonna build this rock structure. Shoes off before we go inside, always. So right behind me is the aquarium, and we really gotta think to ourselves how we wanna build this rock structure. Do we wanna go something in the middle and build down? Do we wanna start high here and work our way down? Or do we wanna do two separate rock structures? That's what we gotta figure out right now. Now, underneath the tank stand, we're gonna have our filter. The tubes are gonna run behind here between the couch and the tank, right up to right here. So this is where the filter tubes are gonna be. So ideally, I definitely want to have a pretty tall rock structure. A pretty tall rock structure right on this side. So I'm thinking we kind of start high and we work our way down. Now behind me, yeah, that's a glass aquarium. And if I drop one rock, the tank will completely shatter and I'm gonna be down a lot of money. And I've almost done that twice. So let's start building the best rock structure we possibly can without shattering the tank. How about that Christmas tree? Small, but powerful. Frick! Rock number one, gentle. Holy crap! Woo! Rock number one's in. Here comes rock number 2 and 3. But this is where things get really serious. I cannot let a single rock fall. If they fall, there goes my whole entire aquarium. I mean, listen to that. That is like, this would look really good if I can get it to stay right here. But honestly, I think it's just gonna go right down. I might need to get another rock right here. I think that's what I'm gonna need to do. Build this puppy up. Boys and girls, do not try this at home. My God. Standing on the top of a couch, trying to build with extremely heavy rocks on a glass aquarium probably is not my brightest idea. That actually sits pretty dang good. Now we can get this piece. This quite literally needs to balance perfectly. Holy cow. I think that's a match made in heaven. What do you guys think? This rock structure is coming along quite nicely. This is the most important step when building an aquarium. Making sure that the rock structure looks good sets the whole entire aesthetic up for the entire aquarium. If the rock structure doesn't look good, it really doesn't matter what kind of fish you add. If the visual appeal doesn't look nice, it's just not gonna be a very pleasant aquarium. I think we just ran into our first big problem. Here in South Florida, the ocean is extremely rough. The wind has just been blowing out of the north like crazy, causing the ocean to get extremely rough. When the ocean is rough, the waves get big and the water gets extremely dirty. And that's not good for us people that have aquariums, because that means the guys who go out, fill their trucks full of salt water and deliver it to the fish store, they're pretty much out of business until that water gets clear. And it can take up to 2 to 3 weeks. I just called the fish store and they said they are very low with water, so I'm gonna go in there, buy everything that they have, and let's just hope it's gonna be enough, because if it's not, it's probably gonna be about another month until this aquarium gets set up. When you're setting up a big old aquarium, especially a saltwater aquarium, you gotta come to the store to get salt water. A lot of the times you just bring your 5-gallon bucket to the front of the store, but when you got a big tank and you gotta get a lot of water, you get the special treatment. You come to the back, pump it in. Well, I've got all the water that they had at the fish store, but take a look at the brown turd. She is pretty much low riding, baby. Ideally, I wanted to have both of these filled all the way to the rim, but they're both pretty dang short. So hopefully this will be enough water. Now, before we can fill the tank all the way up with water, we need to lay the sand. Sand. I brought home 100 pounds of sand. This is a 20-pound bag right here, full of live sand. This is gonna help speed up the cycling process, which is gonna allow for us to get our exotic, rare saltwater reef fish a heck of a lot quicker. I've got 5 bags of these. Each of them are 20 pounds. So that's 100 pounds of sand that we're about to add to the aquarium. Here we go with the first bag of sand. We need to be extremely careful not to knock over the rock structure. Oh my Lord. Oh. Yeah. This is not a very good start. Big cluster of sand right there. Old lady's not happy. After After adding all 100 pounds of sand to the aquarium, I took a step back. The tank was looking really good, and it was time for water. Arguably the hardest part of this process is gonna be getting the water from my truck into the aquarium through the house. Now, it will either be the easiest thing or the hardest thing, and it really all depends on one thing I'm about to show you. There is about 800 pounds of water in this truck, and I've got a pump with a 50-foot long tube that I'm hoping to run from these bins into the house. And if that's the case, if I have a long enough tube, I'm gonna be a happy man. If I don't, I'll probably be running back and forth with buckets for the next 2 hours. So fingers crossed. Holy cow. Those are some sandy hands. I better wipe them. I don't think you guys realize how big this is right now. For you guys, it's not that big, but for me, it's literally make or break my whole evening. I'm gonna pull the truck up so it's a dead shot through the window into the tank. Okay. Right about there. Come on, baby. Please, Lord, the fish gods, help this go smoothly. Pump inside the container, run the tube through the hedge. Once we're through the hedge, we're gonna run it right through here into this window right here. If I can actually get this screen to come off, which I believe I can.
What?
Jesus. Once we're through this window, we're gonna run it right to here. Oh, operation number 1 complete. The screen is off. That is huge right there. Oh, the window is open. Let's run the tube. Pump goes in. Now, if you guys want me to be fully honest, I think there's about a 15% chance this actually makes it through. Tube's going through. Run it, Tori. Keep going. Tell me you're close. I'm running out. Stop. I don't have any more. Oh, it's over. No!
Jack, look.
We were like 4 feet. Oh my God, that's a 2-inch pipe. We were so close yet so far. I've got one more trick up my sleeve. This is it. This is make or break my whole evening. Move my truck from there right into here, back it in on an angle all the way up until I'm basically taking the gate off. Then we try rerunning it right through there. I'm turning it on. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. We're in. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh man, it's a Christmas miracle. Okay, fill her up, Buttercup. Filling up the aquarium caused the water to get extremely dirty, but in just a couple of days, we were left with a stunning saltwater aquarium. Fast forward a few weeks later, it was time for fish. I need fish. I need fish. Clownfish, angelfish, I don't care. Once we arrived at the fish store, we were greeted with some awesome options. There were clownfish, angelfish, tangs, a ton of coral and anemones, but nothing seemed to be worthy of being the first fish in the aquarium until I remembered I have cappuccino and espresso. Now, if you're a little confused on who cappuccino and espresso are, allow me to get you caught up. Cappuccino is one of the rarest clownfish in the entire world, and espresso is just your normal clownfish. I made a whole video on buying the rarest clownfish I could find, and that's why I bring to you cappuccino. Right inside this bucket here, I bring to you the 2 most special clownfish in the entire world, and they are gonna look terrific inside of this aquarium. So without further ado, allow me to introduce Espresso. Espresso is inside of the aquarium, and he looks amazing glimmering in the sunlight. And now for Cappuccino. There he goes. There you go, buddy. Enjoy yourself. Cappuccino and Espresso are inside of the aquarium, and do these guys look unbelievable inside of here. This aquarium turned out absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to continue to add to it. We're gonna be getting some special creatures for this aquarium, so make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on so you don't miss it. I'm gonna sit here with Cappuccino and Espresso for a little bit, and I'll see you all in that next one. Later.